Today is a really great treat because we have our own Chef Ruben, who's going to lead the charge in cooking a few tasty dishes. And then we have our great HEB partners, Emily Madden, who's going to be sharing a great dessert that we can all hopefully enjoy. And so Chef Ruben, go ahead and get us started. What are we cooking today?
All right, welcome everybody. Today we're going to be doing what I call a skinny orange chicken. We're going to do some herb rice and broccoli with toasted sesame seeds.
Ooh, that sounds yummy.
Starting out, we're going to go ahead and take care of the rice because the rice is going to take the longest to cook. All right, so what we're first doing is we got 2 tablespoons of butter that we're going to put in. We're going to let that cook down a little bit.
Everyone needs butter in their rice and in any kind of dish, right?
In everything, butter is needed, everything.
That's right.
So we're going to put also some onion, which is about 1/4 of a cup. 1 garlic, which is just garlic that's 1 clove. All right, so we let that cook down a little bit.
So where is this recipe from, Chef Ruben? Like, is it something you created?
I think it's a Simple Delight. I think that's actually where it actually comes from. In this one, the herb chicken, what we first got is we're going to add a little bit of salt.
So it's kind of like eyeing the salt just a little.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
All right.
A little bit of pepper. All right, so this comes out a minute now. All right, so we're gonna put some chicken broth. We got 2 cups of chicken broth, and we got that from our friends at HEB.
Yay, HEB.
All right, this is gonna heat back up, but while we wait for it to heat up, we're gonna put half a teaspoon of basil, half a teaspoon of thyme, and we're going to use 1/4 of a teaspoon of dill. The reason I use less dill because dill is potent. And we're going to put a little bit of lemon juice. All right, the reason I use this amount of lemon juice is actually called for 1/4 of a cup, but I tried that. It was kind of a little too much lemon for me. So I
Gotcha.
had to test that a little bit.
So
All
if you
right,
really
now we
like
got-
lemon, you could use a little more, right?
Yeah, if you like the lemony taste, use a little more. But we got 1 cup of rice. We're gonna put that in, and once it starts to boil a little bit, then we'll cut down the fire a little bit and put a lid on it and let it go.
You know, I'm not a very good cook with rice. I always either burn mine or undercook it. So what's some tips that you have in regards to making sure it's like just right?
Practice.
Practice, okay.
Actually, yeah, it took me a little while to get rice right myself for a while. Actually, it says, okay, so rice is 2 to 1. You got 2 quarts water, 1 quart rice. And it didn't always turn out right for me. So I found that I had to add a little bit more of the 2 to 1 is what it actually calls. I had to add a little bit more liquid than I did rice and let it cook. And it turns out pretty good. It could be underdone after a little while.
Rice is really hard. I don't know why, but it actually is really, really hard. And it's one of those things where once you put the lid on, you can't open it and you want to so bad
Yeah.
because you want to poke at it and stir it and see how firm it is or how soft it is, but you just can't do it. So you gotta trust yourself. Leave the lid closed.
So that's probably my mistake. I tend to open and kind of like look at it.
That's why a clear lid is nice because you can see
You
through
can see
there.
what's going
And
on.
if you spin your top, it'll get all that condensation off. So you can actually see down in there a little bit better and see if your rice is, you maybe need to add a little more water, longer, turn the heat up a little bit, to kind of get some of that all on. So, but practice, it's practice.
Well, I like that tip about spinning the top because I've never thought of that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Make the condensation fall off. Okay, so now we're gonna continue on with doing our orange chicken.
I'm excited about this. I love orange chicken.
All right, so I took one orange and I zested it. All right, so all I got is the zest from an orange, and we're gonna make our sauce now. All right, so I got 3 cloves of 3 garlic cloves going inside also. This is white wine vinegar, which is 1/4 of a cup. I got soy sauce, which is 1/3 of a cup. All right, I got orange juice, which is a 1/2 cup. All right, then I got honey. Now, honey's gonna give me a little trouble. It'll probably try to stick in there a little bit.
Those are some great ingredients to mix. I'm really excited. Smells good already, by the way, everyone. You can't smell it, but it smells good already.
All right, then we got a 1/2 teaspoon of ginger, a 1/2 teaspoon of white pepper, and we're just gonna put a pinch or 2 of pepper flake.
So Chef, how much honey did you put in there? I'm sorry, I
A 1/2
missed it.
cup.
1/2 cup, all
1/2
right.
cup of honey. And on top of that, you're gonna take 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. You're gonna place it in. All right, so we're just gonna move that to the side.
So once you have all those ingredients mixed, then you just set it aside. Does it need to get really thick or just as long as they're mixed together?
As long as they're mixed together.
Got it.
All right, so now we're gonna heat our skillet up. We're gonna take 2 tablespoons of olive oil.
I'm so impressed with your measurements because you can just eye it. I wish I could do that.
That's all for practice.
Right. Okay, so I'm obviously not a cook.
So it might not seem like it, but this is actually a really important step. You have to heat your pan and your oil first. If you put your cold chicken in your cold pan, your colors are gonna be like that. But this is gonna get that nice, beautiful golden color on the outside of the chicken, and it's gonna help cook it more evenly. So if you can start with a cold pan and cold food, you're cooking your food very.
It'll give you like a grayish color.
Yeah, and that's not my favorite color for chicken.
No.
So it's actually a really, really important step. I think a lot of people skip to try to save time. It's literally 3 seconds, 4 seconds, take the time to take the step. And then you get that finish going.
Yeah. Now we really cook in here.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're adding 2 pounds of chicken. What I did with the chicken is I took it and I cut it up into bite-sized pieces. All right, so it's gonna start cooking. What we're gonna let it do is get a nice brown color. Then let it cook for a little while, maybe 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay. Now, do you have to keep stirring or should you just,
Well, to get it evenly distributed, yeah, you would keep that.
Gotcha.
Let it rest 4 minutes and you'll stir it again.
A lot of our chicken recipes you see are with like fried breaded chicken. So I like that this is part of the skin part, I guess. Is we're not breading and frying our chicken. I'm taking some carbs out too.
Yeah.
Most definitely. All right, so your chicken's not gonna cook completely through, because you're gonna add your sauce to it, and that's gonna finish cooking it. When the sauce cooks down and thickens, the chicken will finish cooking also.
And how long is that when you start adding the sauce?
After your chicken's been here about 2 or 3 minutes, and it's not completely done, but it's close to being done.
Gotcha. Ooh, it smells really good in here, y'all.
It does.
This is probably gonna be a favorite, an orange chicken favorite.
Did you season the chicken with anything, or you just let the sauce do all that seasoning for you?
Yeah, I'm gonna let the sauce do all the seasoning for me. As you can see, the sauce has quite a bit of different items in it, so it's. Actually, I tried this at home and
Oh,
it's a pretty good recipe.
so it's definitely chef approved.
Oh, yeah. And you will approve too.
What I like is that since you use the red pepper flakes, if you like them a little more spicy, you can throw it a little
Right.
bit. If you don't like things that spicy, you can put it a little less.
Yeah.
But I definitely wouldn't omit it completely, because the balance of the pepper flakes to all the sweet stuff, like the juice and the honey and everything, is really, really important. And that kind of is the whole point of eating orange
Yeah,
chicken.
balance
You want
it
that
out.
sweet, that's what those spice.
All right, so here we go. So we just pour this in.
Oh, look at that. That looks amazing.
All right, so we're just gonna let it go now. It's gonna do its own thing.
So how long are you just letting it go?
Till actually till it thickens.
Gotcha.
By the time it thickens, I'm not quite sure how many minutes that is, but once it thickens up, it should be done. Because it's a chicken breast, so it's not, doesn't take long. You don't want to dry it out, even though it's in liquid.
So did you like it dark meat?
Well, you could
You
use
want
it,
it?
you know. Nice up the top.
We were just talking about fried chicken earlier, and I like the dark meat, he likes the white meat, so I would like to throw a little chicken thigh in there. And then we could both have the chicken we want.
Oh, that's true.
That's a good compromise. So we're still just letting our rice sit there, right?
Yeah, all right, it's still going.
It's being ricey, if you will.
How long do you think the rice has been on?
So this is your
Oh, come on, chef.
I'm finding rice takes about 20 minutes. So we've got about 6 probably on it. Ooh, that's starting to pick up already. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's gonna be delicious.
Oh, yeah, you can see that it's thickening. That's really good.
That's from that cornstarch and that honey. Cornstarch is a very common thickening agent in a lot of sauces. And that's what gives it that really gooey, sticky, yummy coat all over that chicken sauce.
All right, so now we can cut it off and we'll let it finish on its own, because it's gonna finish cooking, because it's in the sauce and it's warm.
And a lot of residual heat in that pan. Yeah.
Okay. to the side.
So that really didn't take that long to
It doesn't
cook.
take long at all.
I like easy chicken recipe dishes. You know, because chicken's kind of funny sometimes.
Chicken's hard because everybody cooks chicken the same like 4 ways.
Right.
And you get sick of chicken. Even though you're not sick of chicken, you're just sick of the 4 ways you've been cooking chicken.
Right.
And so that's what I do at HEB is I help people figure out what to do with their chicken. So if you have a cooking connection at your store, come by and see us and we can spice up your chicken recipes, give you some new ideas. Because no matter who you are or what you get stuck in a rut of your same recipes all the time. Like, okay, you have tacos, you have spaghetti, you have whatever, you need to spice it up a little bit. This one I think I'm gonna make it for myself.
Yeah, me too.
Right up my alley.
Okay, so now we're going on to the next thing we got, which is gonna be the broccoli with toasted sesame seeds. All right, so it's gonna take 2 tablespoons of butter again.
Now, can you use any vegetable or do you think broccoli is probably the best?
Well, this one says broccoli, but I guess you could use cauliflower, might be good.
Ooh, that sounds good.
That's the idea. Okay, so the broccoli, what I did earlier was I took it, I boiled it in some steaming hot water for about 2 or 3 minutes. Then I put it in a cold ice bath so that it would keep the color and greenness.
So does that help it cook a little bit better or keep it, why do you do that?
Actually, we want the color. And it does cook it a little bit because this is gonna be pretty quick also.
Gotcha.
When you put it in the cold water, the ice water bath, it kind of shocks the broccoli and it immediately stops the cooking. So if you just boil your broccoli or steam your broccoli and take it out, it's still cooking a little bit because of the heat that it has inside. Putting it in that cold water just stops all that cooking and saves that gorgeous, vibrant green color. And it'll help cook your broccoli faster on its own.
I'm
It's a
learning.
meal prep idea, because you can blanch a whole bunch of that at one time and then pull out this stuff for your dinner that night, your lunch the next day, cook it up real quick.
All right, so we got 1/4 cup of water that we're gonna add in with the butter.
Steaming. So I noticed you're adding just a little bit at a time. Is there a reason for us to do it that way?
Yeah, I don't want to burn myself. That's about it.
Safety tips, we like it.
And plus, there's still be some water in here, but as you see, when I added the water to the butter, it actually fired up a little bit.
So how long are we just cooking that broccoli? Just for a couple of minutes?
Broccoli is just something so it heats up.
Oh, okay.
Chef, while the broccoli is cooking, would you mind repeating the ingredients that went into the chicken for someone on the Zoom?
For the chicken, what we actually did was we took some orange juice, which I'm pretty sure is highlighted on there. You got a list. Okay, so we had orange juice, we had a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of garlic. We also had orange zest. We had soy sauce. We had white wine vinegar. And what else did I have? I had honey and cornstarch
And ginger.
and ginger.
Ah,
Thank you, Edwin.
I listen.
You were
I
listening.
listen.
That's a good pupil. Okay, so I'm gonna let that go.
So Emily, is this a new dish for you too?
This one?
Yeah.
I have not tried anyone's chicken like that before. I'm interested. orange chicken a lot, but I always have it with side fry. And I guess I don't need to be eating fried chicken all the time. I guess.
To each their own. Fried chicken is good.
It is good.
Okay, so we're gonna add a little bit of salt. And a little bit of pepper.
Chef, I think you need to come up with the signature saying, you know, like a lot of like bam, because you're so good at
Oh, that's been used.
that's right. We need to come up with a new one for you.
So nice.
Oh, I like it. This is all smelling
All right,
so
so what we're
good.
gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of sesame seed on. Just a little bit.
This is definitely an ingredient you want to be careful with because a little goes a long way.
Long, long way.
And if you put too much in, there's not a lot you can do about it.
So people who don't really can't eye measuring, like, could you give a recommendation, like half
I
a
would think I would
teaspoon?
recommend about a fourth of a teaspoon.
Ooh, of course. Okay.
Probably close to a fourth, would you say?
It was probably close to half.
A third of a teaspoon.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna add a few sesame seeds. Now, the sesame seeds I got are black sesame seeds and the regular sesame seeds. And I toasted them in the oven for a little while.
Ooh. That's very gourmet, toasting them in the oven. I wouldn't have thought to do that.
It really brings out a lot of flavor. Any sort of seed or nut that you do that to, really brings out the oils start working, and then they start smelling good, and that's when you know they're ready, and then it just elevates your dish by doing something so simple as taking a couple minutes.
And then a pinch of pepper flake.
That looks so great. That broccoli looks nice and green and fresh and ooh.
And I think it works with Brussels sprouts too. You like to change Brussels sprouts? Yeah.
Ooh, that's a great idea.
I don't like Brussels sprouts, but I know people do, so I think they'd like that. My broccoli's so pretty.
It is.
Okay, now we're gonna break them loose.
Oh, you opened that lid.
It's ready.
Well, you knew it was ready.
But if you really can't cook rice too well and you're nervous about it, HEB sells these little white trays of rice on the rice aisle. And it's like perfectly 2 servings. They microwave in like 2 minutes. They have jasmine, basmati, and I think brown rice too. So if you're really not ready for the rice debacle, just microwave it. They're actually really good. I use those in soups a lot. Because if I just want to add rice to my soup,
Right.
and I don't want to do things, I just use those. It makes it really fast and easy.
That's a great tip.
Because chefs are lazy too, guys. They're lazy too.
Well, you've been cooking for everyone else, so you need a little break, right?
That's exactly why. That is exactly why. I love using chicken broth and rice too. It has a great color and a great flavor.
Yes, it does.
That's good. Ooh, broccoli time.
Ooh, that looks amazing, chef. And you're pretty much getting all your nutrients in this dish. You have your rice, your veggie, your protein.
The orange.
All right, so
Yeah.
now that we got our orange chicken, we're gonna take some of the sesame seeds.
That's also thinking of nice. Yeah. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Ooh, that looks amazing.
That turned out really, really nice.
Yeah, I'm amazed that you just had to let it sit and it just thickened and cooked.
That cornstarch.
Yeah.
That cornstarch.
Oh, so we just take a little bit of sesame seed, put it over the top. Our garnish is gonna be some fresh parsley, which is gonna go on the rice,
Okay.
and on the chicken, it's gonna be some sliced green onion.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay, and here we have it.
that looks amazing, Chef. Can you tilt it just a little more? Ooh, thank you so much. That's fantastic.
And now we're gonna turn it over to Chef Emily.
I don't know if I can play this. It's so good. So, when I was thinking of what to make today, it was very hot outside and I wanted something to kind of cool me down and not be super heavy. And we're actually getting to where we can go enjoy our friends and going out with people and go do stuff. So I was like, what if I went to Silver Park and kind of picnic, what would I want to do? So I thought of this awesome recipe for macerated mixed berry parfaits. What's nice about this is berries are seasonal, so when thinking of what to make, think seasonally because you're gonna get better quality and you're gonna get a better price. I'm using strawberries, blackberries, and blueberries. You can really use kind of whatever mix of berries you prefer. That's what I was in the mood for, so I choose those. I'm gonna use some of these little cups because I'm gonna pre-make these because I want to keep everything easy. If I'm out at the park, I don't really have a place to wash my hands. I don't really want to use a knife and a cutting board, all this kind of stuff. I don't want something that's gonna melt like ice cream or be really temperature sensitive. So we're gonna pre-pack these. Let me show you how to do it. First, we're gonna macerate our berries. I have some already started, but I'm gonna show you what to do. So first, we're gonna start with fresh strawberries. We're going to slice the green bits off, and we're just gonna quarter them real quick. And this recipe calls for a cup of each berry. You can, of course, do half a cup of each berry. This recipe will be about 6 or 8. I put 6 on there because my containers come in a box of 6, but you can really get about 8 out of this recipe. If you don't have fresh berries, you can use frozen berries, but you will need to thaw them out first. You're not going to get the exact results with frozen berries, but you will get something very similar and it will be very good. But there's no reason to use frozen right now because it is a berry season now.
What's a good tip on knowing when strawberries look the best for this kind of recipe?
So see the difference in these two guys? Very dark red, a much lighter red. Also, I don't have any big white tips on my strawberries. Those are good signs. This one is a little softer, a little like, I don't say mushy, that sounds negative. I'm sorry. It's not, you're not mushy, you're beautiful. But it's a little, it's just been bruised a little bit. It's just been bumped around by its other place. Also the texture, if they're super, super firm, they're not really right. But that's why macerating them is an awesome technique. So this is something perfect to do, especially when berries are not in season. But you don't have to wait for them to go out of season to macerate them. The macerate sounds like a fancy word. It also sounds kind of like a scary word. But it's not. It's not scary. It's just sugar. It's just a fancy type of sugar. So I got my strawberries. Now I'm going to do blackberries. I thought about adding raspberries too, but I didn't want to get too crazy with berries today. I didn't need all of the berries in the whole store. And then some blueberries. And of course, I wash all of my berries first. Make sure to wash your produce, y'all.
How much blueberries are you putting in?
A cup of each.
Cup of
I just kind of, I'm just eyeballing it right now because I already made some. So, and then now we got this done, lemon juice. We're gonna do about a tablespoon of lemon juice. This is not required to macerate berries. You can do it without. That citrus is gonna add a nice little pop, and the citrus is gonna tie in the citrus we have over here. So the main rule of thumb for macerating berries is 1 cup of berries to 1 cup or to 2 tablespoons of sugar. My berries are very in season right now, so I've pulled back on the sugar a little bit. So for 3 cups of berries, that should be 6 tablespoons. I'm gonna use 5. A fourth of a cup is 4 tablespoons. So I'm just gonna use a nice big basket. But I don't need that much because I didn't use that many. Throw my berries in there. So this is berries, sugar, and lemon juice. That's it.
That's really simple.
Really simple. And you're gonna just toss it around. I don't want to mush up my berries too much. Some macerated recipes call for you to mush up the berries, but I don't want that end result. I want to keep them whole. You're just gonna toss them together and walk away. You can do this before you go to bed. It needs at least 30 minutes, minimum 30 minutes, up to overnight. So I got these little like sugar coated berries now,
Yeah.
but these have been sitting for about an hour now. And you get this really awesome, like, see the underneath there, that
Yeah,
liquid?
there's some liquid in there.
That's from the berries, y'all. That's the berry juice. We
Yum.
made berry juice just by sitting here. And so this is gonna add a really nice layer of flavor to our parfaits. So I've got my non-fat vanilla Greek yogurt. I'm using organic today because I didn't have the regular at the store, but don't feel this needs organic yogurt. You could use regular yogurt too. I like the thickness of Greek yogurt for this, so that's why I chose Greek yogurt. Give it a little stir. There we go.
Can you use like a vanilla flavored yogurt?
So this is a vanilla yogurt.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that.
You
Yeah.
can get a regular yogurt and add vanilla bean. I wouldn't use like a berry yogurt because we already got all
Berries.
this stuff going on. So I'm just gonna put a little layer, about like 2 ounces. Spoon. Get that sauce on the bottom there, yes. And then a little spoonful of yogurt back on top. We'll layer it in there. And then another little spoonful of berries. And now this is gonna give that juice time to kind of soak into that yogurt. So now we're at a crossroads. What are we gonna do with our granola? Well, I want this tomorrow. I don't like soggy granola. I want crunchy granola. So I'm gonna put the top on it. Cute!
That is
Oh,
so cute.
So I'm gonna put my top on it, put it in the fridge, and then tomorrow when I'm ready to leave the house, I'll put it in my cooler. Then when I get to the park, I'll pop it open. I've got my HEB granola here. This is a classic granola. They also have a chocolate granola, which would not be bad on this at all. And then I can just open it up, sprinkle my granola on top, pop a spoon in it, and I'm ready to go. No mess at the park, no sticky hands. You can easily, when you're done, pop the top back on this. You're not gonna have to mess with the bag. Get home, rinse them out, pop them in the dishwasher, and you're done. Really, really great picnic recipe. You can get really creative with it. You can switch out the berries and do sort of like an orange marmalade kind of pineapple mixture. If you want to go tropical.
Wow.
You can put graham crackers in there. You can do the little mini little wafers. So recipes are just like an idea. It's a jump off point for what we can do with really cool food. But if you like soggy granola, you can easily,
Which I do.
so this will be
There you go.
Then you can just pop it on, and then it's kind of like, gonna be like an overnight oat thing, where the yogurt and everything will soften that granola, and then you'll just pop it open and enjoy. Also, pretty decent breakfast, a great after school snack for the kids too. Not too unhealthy, pretty on the healthy side, besides a little sugar. Pretty good job. It's so cute, it's so cute.
That is so awesome, Emily. It's so easy too. and tasty. Who doesn't love a good berry and
Right, and
yogurt?
now they'll learn how to
combo.
macerate berries, which it seems like a fancy thing, but it's not, like, it's so easy. Quarter your strawberries, mix some berries, some sugar, a little lemon juice, and then patience, just a little patience.
Well, thank you both so much. This has been so enlightening.
That was my thing.
Got your name
All
on it. Got your
right.
name on it.
Thank you everyone for joining us, and we'll be sharing these recipes with you all. And thank you, Chef Ruben. Thank you, Chef Emily. We appreciate it so much. And stay on the lookout for another opportunity to join us to learn a little bit more about our recipes and what we're doing here at Meals on Wheels Central Texas. Take care, everyone. Bye.